Hey there, and welcome to the Augustus Debates channel. This is my first video, so before we launch straight into it, I'm going to introduce myself and, lay down some rules on format. Anyway, the purpose of this channel is to try and spark some interesting debates, to hear both sides of the argument. Like all debates, no one really needs to win. I just hope to inform people, get people thinking, and try and have some good fun, because I quite enjoy debating. So first, a note on format. I'm going to start small. The first debate we introduced shortly, if you haven't already guessed from the video title. I'm going to start with some general statistics on the topic at hand, without expressing any views one way or the other. I encourage you all to leave comments below stating your views, or make video responses, and try and support them with evidence. If you can't, it's no particular bother. I'm going to try and do a fair amount of the research myself, and show both sides of the argument in subsequent videos. After a short amount of time, I'll put my own view across, and make some more videos on that, and make some counters to arguments that have been raised to this video or other videos, and then hopefully some people can get some counter arguments to that, and the debate will take itself from there. In some cases I may choose to play the devil's advocate. I find that quite enjoyable, to be honest, and I think it keeps things interesting if we're debating on something which most people seem to have a fairly common view on. So anyway, without further ado, welcome to the first Augustus debate. So this debate is going to be called Europa Europa, Britain and the European Union. We're going to be asking if Britain should join the European full-heartedly and embrace the notion of a united Europe. So first, some statistics, and we'll get back to the arguments at a later time. The European Union is a collection of 27 countries at time of posting, and is ever increasing, with many countries such as Iceland and Turkey being considered for the next round of inductions. These countries combined have a population of about 501 million. Spread over an area of about 4.3 million kilometres squared, which gives Europe a very large population density. It's also highly advanced and industrialised, with petrochemical, service and information technology industries in full bloom. This gives it a GDP of $16.4 trillion US, over 2 trillion higher than the USA's 14.2, and greatly exceeding China, the second single largest economy on the planet, whose GDP comes in at 9.7 trillion. Now, I don't think China is going to be able to stay in its current rate of growth, but that's a matter for another debate. Its GDP also gives Europe a very high Human Development Index, coming in at an approximate average of 0.93, which is just slightly beneath the United States HDI of 9.5, but well exceeding China's 0.72. Now, obviously this is an average, and the lowest in Europe, which is going to be Turkey if it gets inducted in the next round, would be coming in at 0.806, which is still a fairly decent HDI and still above China's. Conversely, the highest HDI in Europe is currently Sweden, sitting at 0.963, above the USA, and in fact one of the highest in the world. Additionally, the euro, Europe's collective currency, is very highly valued, with €1 being able to purchase $1.27 at the time of posting. This is also equivalent to 107 yen, the Japanese currency, or 8.6 yuan, the Chinese currency. While the pound sterling is still worth more, it must be remembered the pound is one of the strongest currencies of the world at the moment, and the euro is following pretty close behind it, being valued at roughly 80 pence or 0.8 pounds sterling. So, a pretty powerful collection of states, you'd have to agree. But should Britain join them? Over time, I'd like to expand this debate to cover Europe's role in the world in general and its prospects for the future, but at the moment I'm just going to ask this. Should we, Britain, enter into this union full-heartedly, or should we continue our age-old policy of isolationism? Leave your comments or video responses below. Thanks for watching, listening and thinking. This is Augustus, signing off for now.